Hey guys, I'm really excited to make this video today and tell you guys some good news that I have. As you guys know, I've been studying English for over 3 years, and I don't know if I said it in my first or second video, but I want to become an English teacher. I want to teach English as a second language to Brazilians. And This is something I've wanted to do for a couple months. I haven't really wanted to do that for a long time. It's something that had started very recently. About, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. And Ever since uh, I started having this desire to become an English teacher, I've been studying a lot, and I've been applying to English schools all over my city, and I've been on a few interviews, and there was this one school that um, I had to go to about 3 times to have an interview there, And the last interview was, I guess, last week. Oh no, actually, it was on Wednesday. So yeah, it was last week. Anyway, I went on this interview. It was actually the final interview. I was competing against this another candidate. Her English was good, and I was competing against her. We had to do a lot of things there. The coordinator of the school wanted to know if we had a teacher profile, you know, and I had never heard anything about it, but I thought that it was something about like the characteristics of a teacher. Like a teacher has to speak very loud or loud enough for the students to hear them, right? A teacher has to be really patient, like super duper patient, and they have to have good diction, you know. So somebody that doesn't speak clearly can be a teacher, I think, unless they work on their pronunciation and on the muscles of their mouth. Um, when you're a teacher, you have to speak clearly, just so your students can hear you. So as I was, having this interview, um, I was trying to act like a teacher. I was trying to, I don't know, seem confident. I was trying to seem confident. Yeah, I was trying to speak very clearly. Because we had to do some tests. Like there was this one time during the interview where the girl and I, the other candidate, the girl and I, we had to, like, we had a class, like the coordinator of the school simulated a class. So she gave us a class, and she told us, hey, you guys have to pay attention to what I'm doing here, because now you guys are the students, but you guys are gonna be the teacher, and I'm gonna be your student. And I was like, oh my god, I have to pay attention to this. I have to make this happen. I can't let nervousness take over. I can't not. I can't not. I don't know. I can't let myself be too nervous to the point where I'll stutter or just freeze. I have to just keep calm and just just talk normally. I have to speak louder. I have to, I don't know, like, kind of be open, Like I can't really be really shy, kind of like hiding myself and showing that I'm uncomfortable. I have to like, you know, I have to be like those coaches or people that do, um, those people that like give speeches. So I have to be like those people. I have to talk very loudly and seem confident and speak clearly. So I had to remember all those things when I was simulating this class, and I think I did a really good job. I did a really good job, I think. Anyway, at the end, I was chosen. You know, um, I feel really, really bad for the girl because her English was good. I could see that she was trying really hard. But that's life, right? One of us had to be chosen, and fortunately, I was, because that's my dream too. I want to become an English teacher. Um, I was working at a let me remember the name of the place. Oh yeah, at a bus factory. I my job was to install things inside the buses, and sometimes it was really really tiring. You know, there were days when I came back home and all I wanted was just to sleep the whole night. However, I was constantly like fighting against myself because I was like, yeah, I'm exhausted. I want to sleep, but I also want to have a life. I want to watch a series. I want to play games. I want to study English. I want to go out. I want to do stuff, but I'm so exhausted. So like I want both things, but unfortunately I can't have them at the same time. I have to choose. So there were times when I chose to sleep, and there were times when I chose to do what I actually wanted to do. It was kind of hard, because my job was very physical. I would say it took me a lot of physical effort. I had to use drills and stuff. Um, so yeah, it was really tiring, and I don't want to become an English teacher just because I won't have to do anything that takes a lot of physical effort. I want to become an English teacher because I want to pass on my knowledge. I've been studying for a while. I've practiced so much. I've tried to improve my English um, a lot, and I want to help people with their journey. Of course, I'm not like extremely advanced. My level is not like C2, you know, but I want to help people with their English still. I want to help them with what I know, you know, and if there's something I don't know, I'll search about it. I'll find out what I don't know just so I can search about it and then I'll know, right? Um, I really want to do this. I'm passionate about the language. I think it's pretty cool. It sounds beautiful. I love chatting with people in English, though I don't do that very often. I mostly do this with people that I already know, like my language exchange partners, because I'm not really a big fan of like talking to random people on the internet. Um, that's just who I am, I guess. Um, so I kind of choose to talk to the same people like always, actually. Um, but I know that I have to talk to different people. I know that. But anyway, now I want to talk about my job, you know, my actually like my last job, which is also my first job, you know. Um, I I had been working uh, at this bus factory for like 6, almost 7 months. And the day I got the job, I knew that it wasn't what I actually wanted to do for a living. I heard all those loud noises, all those people like sweating, and it kind of terrified me, you know. Um, it is a, it, wa- that bus factory was a really loud place, obviously, because the 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 tools make a lot of noise, so obviously it's gonna um, be noisy. But I know that like some people like to work there. I I didn't. It was never for me, I think. And when I got the job, I had trouble getting used to doing things there. I thought that I was incapable of actually learning um, how to use drills and doing what they were doing there. So I felt insufficient many times when I was working there. Actually, like it happened um, for, I don't know, maybe 3 months. So like it took me a lot of time to get used to the job because it was my first job. I didn't know what it was like having um, a manager, a technician, and a supervisor like taking care of you or just paying attention to what you're doing all the time. Sometimes you're there working and then they pass by and they just stare at you like what the fuck, like what is he doing? There were times when I was alone on buses and my technician um, stopped by and he just like stared at me kind of like what is he doing, like I want to see what he's doing. They pretend they're looking for someone but they're actually like they're actually trying to see what you're doing. Yeah. So anyway, getting used to the job was kind of difficult. Learning how to do stuff there was difficult as well. I had never um, held a drill, you know, so like for the first, I felt a lot of pain in my body for the first, in the first month there. I really struggled to get used to everything, but I did in the end, and that's the most important thing. Um, but I would say that what made me have a really hard time working in the company was my trainer. Um, there was this old lady that was training me. Um, she was a really stressed person. She would yell at me. She used to make some sarcastic comments and unnecessary ones. Like there was this one time when I was doing a certain thing, and she came up behind me and told me like, "Oh, I can do what you're doing, like 3 times faster." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like why are you comparing you to me? I don't give a shit. I didn't say it, but I was like, what the fuck does she want? You know, like okay, yeah, you've been here for a long time, so yeah, you're good at your job. Good for you. I don't give a shit. Um, this old lady would get very stressed out because I was a newcomer. I was learning how to do everything. I was, worse than just learning how to do my job. I was learning how to have a job, I would say. You know, I was experiencing what having a first job was like. So everything was new to me. And she made my process way harder, but I don't know, easier at the same time. I say easier in a sense that she taught me a lot of things. You know, she's been there for over 10 years, so she has a lot of experience. She knows how to do like countless things around the factory. So you can count on her, you know. Um, she's also very skillful and careful. You know, she does a really good job, I think. But the problem is her personality. You know, she makes some unnecessary, you know, comments. She is rude to you sometimes, um, and that's really unprofessional. I know, you know, and it makes everybody's lives more complicated and hard, right? Like being around this kind of person sucks. It really, really does. And but I had to stay there until I found a better job. And I stayed there for, yeah, 6 or 7 months, you know. And when it was yesterday, I guess. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yes, today is Saturday. Yeah, so when it was yesterday, I went to work. And I didn't put on my work clothes, you know, my uniform. I put on like normal clothes because I was gonna quit, and I did. Um, and as I was in the bathroom, um, I even I put my phone on the toilet paper. Like the toilet paper was attached to the wall, and I put it on top of it, and I started recording. You know, I made a video of me like dancing. I literally like created a meme. The title was me feeling super sad because I left my job to do what I really want to do in life. And then it was me like dancing in the video. I found it incredible, you know. Um, when I had to sign all the papers, um, I was so happy. I was so relieved. I was like, oh my god, finally, I'm finally doing this. I'm finally getting out of here. I'm finally gonna do what I actually want to do. You know, I don't want to be here, you know, using tools and doing this job. I want to do something else. I want to teach. I want to pass on knowledge. I have so much up here to teach people, and want to use that. I want to use that knowledge. You know, um, I kind of felt like by staying in the company, I was wasting my life. You know, it's kind of like having superpowers but not using them. You know, like, dude, why are you not using your superpowers? You know, so it was kind of like that. I Every morning when I woke up, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do what I'm doing. I would frequently tell myself like, oh my god, I just want to go home. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. It was not even something that I would constantly tell myself. It was more of a thought that I would constantly have, you know. Um, and when it was yesterday, I quit my job. I felt so happy. Um, and now, like, I have to, you know, uh, send the school some documents, and like do some like medical tests. This is something I still have to like organize and deliver. Um, but today I can do that because it's Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna leave it all for Monday. You know, and I'm just so happy. I'm really really happy. My heart is full of joy. I cannot believe that I'm gonna be an English teacher. Like I'm gonna teach. Um, I don't know if I would be considered an English teacher or an English like tutor or instructor. Um, but it doesn't matter. What matters is I'm gonna help people with their English. That's what matters the most. I'm gonna be helping them in their journey, on their journey. I mean, so um, you know, I I remember that like as I was working in this company for the past, for the first 4 months, I guess, I was really really I think sad. I was really lonely. Um, some people would come up to me and like strike up conversations, but I wouldn't really try to talk to them, because I was just not interested and I didn't like them that much. So I was like, I kind of just responded to, I kind of just answered their questions, but I wouldn't really ask them anything. I just wanted them to shut up and leave me alone. So like my time there um, was kind of hard, in that sense. I was doing something that I didn't really enjoy doing, and I was feeling super lonely at the same time. So going to work every day was even harder. I literally had to push myself to go, and yeah. But things changed for the better about 3 months ago when two newcomers started working with us. We started chatting a lot and have like my life there changed so much. I started feeling so much better because like finally I had people that I actually enjoy talking to. So like I would distract myself by talking to them, and that made my time way better. You know, Sometimes I was kind of like sad, or just I don't know, bored, or feeling I don't know, just bad, and they would lift me up. They would cheer me up just by talking to me, just by being themselves. I'm really grateful that they were there. You know, they helped me a lot. Um, I don't know. I just love talking to those girls. Um, there was, when I started chatting with one of them, we were chatting so frequently at work that people started to spread their rumors about us. They started saying that we were hooking up, and dating and doing, this kind of thing. And everybody started talking about us. People started like bothering me really. Like they would come up to me and be like, "Oh, how is that girl? Are you dating her? You should hook up with her. You should go on a date with her. You guys should date. You should pick her up. You should do this, is this." There was this one guy that was so fucking intrusive. He would, there was this one time when he said, "Oh, you should take her to a motel nearby. There is a motel nearby and you could take her there." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." That was so uncomfortable because I'm gay, so I'm not even into women, right? Um, but I never told them that I was gay. Um, but things turned out fine. Over time, um, they stopped talking about it. I guess because, like, I don't know, I wouldn't talk to them about it. I wouldn't, um, I don't know, interact with them about this topic. So I guess they just got tired of, like, bothering me and decided to leave me alone, which is amazing. So anyway, I I'm gonna do an internship at that school, at that English school. Actually, it's a language school because English is not the only language that is taught there. There are so many other languages. I think they teach 8 languages there. Yeah, 8 languages. And I'm gonna do this internship, and I'm gonna pass. I know I'm gonna pass. I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna do my best, just like I did my best on each interview that I went on. Um, I think things will work out. I'm gonna make them work out. Actually, it's not that, like, maybe things will work out. No, they will work out. I'm gonna make them work out. This is my dream. It has to work, and I'm gonna make it work. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say for today. See you guys next video.